Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you're an old one, welcome back, my lovelies. Nice to see you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations. They are truly appreciated. And thank you for your emails. Emails of confirmation, emails sharing your stories, and emails booking readings. My readings are open. There is a 48 to 72 hour turnaround time for my readings. However, if you need something a little bit speedier, I do offer an emergency service that goes out within 12 to 24 hours. Now, like I always say, there is still someone going through the comment sections here and there, pretending to be me, pretending to be a friend, and pretending to be a light one, okay? If it says WhatsApp me, if there is, even if it's a message from me, if there's no highlighted black banner, no matter what it says, it isn't me. If you get any messages from someone saying, you know, I'm drawn to you, or I can get rid of this spell, or blah, 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 WhatsApp me, and solicitation for money or donations, they are not a friend, they are not a light one, they are a scammer. Please block and report kindly. Now, the energy that I pick up on is fluid, it is timeless, so I can be picking up on past, present, or future, or an amalgamation of all three. You've got to take it as it resonates. If I say male, female, masculine, feminine, he, she, we all hold these energies. So this reading could be for you, it could be for another light one, it could be for your divine counterpart, the person you're thinking of, or someone completely different. Please take what resonates. Do not make the story fit if it does not. And let's get into this. Now, the channeled message that was coming through is about someone following either you, the person you're thinking of, another light one. And there's something here about changing your routines, or changing your jacket, or changing the routes that you take. Now, when these messages come through, they're never to incite fear or paranoia, or to, you know, make you think, oh my gosh, there's calamity all around me. You have to take what resonates. But this is the message that's coming through, okay? What else would like to come out about this? Because I kept getting specifically also for someone who has a dog, someone who walks their dog regularly, that there is somebody who is trying to, they don't actually own a dog, but they're pretending to be a dog owner. They may be a dog walker, or there's something about going back and reporting, but reporting to something that's not there. So like a delusion of some sort. Now you've got here maverick, risk taker, and rule breaker. Okay, so that they may have been, because I got that this person is an informant for someone, because I kept getting told the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. Now the Queen of Cups is someone who's extremely compassionate. It's an energy that we all hold irrespective of gender. Now on here you've got listen to advice, think clearly, and intellect. And then you have maverick, risk taker, and rule breaker. There may be, this won't be for everyone, okay, but for example, when I go out and I walk my dog, I talk to a lot of different people, you know, you get friendly with the people that you see regularly, and there's something here about either this person in a very nuanced way trying to affect your thoughts, putting some sort of doubt in, or telling you maybe you should try doing this. And there being this repeated, have you tried listening to this tarot reader, or have you tried listening to this, or this music, or blah, blah, blah. Now, again, this will only be for specific people who have dogs, or people who, for example, if you have, if you go on holiday quite a lot, or you travel quite a lot for work and you have house sitters, there's someone here who's infiltrating, okay? Now, the King of Swords is a police officer. It's a government official. Now, spreading of conditions, influence, and impact, and it's this way. So someone here has been encouraged to follow a light one. See where they're going. See if they're going to certain dog parks. And if you don't have a dog, this is just them trying to bump into you. Okay, and they've been told to go very slow. And when I was getting the information of someone is then reporting back to something that's not there, I don't know if this person has a mental health issue, because I'm not a licensed therapist in that way, in any way, shape or form. But they're going back, and it's not like they're speaking to someone on the phone. I don't know if they're looking into a mirror and then talking into it like it's a portal, because I heard yes, but there's something along those lines. Now, what is it that they're trying to do? Okay, because I keep hearing kidnap for someone, but they know that won't work, because they've tried before and it hasn't worked. Tell me more about the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Why was I told about this? Now you've got here internal struggle, personal challenges, and waiting to improve, and it's upside down. There is an energy around this light one that no matter what challenge is put in front of them, they've dodged it or they've just sailed through it. So that's what I mean with any attempts before to kidnap, to, you know, to rob, to attack, like physically on this realm, hasn't worked. Something has always fallen through, because it's my belief that things happen in divine timing and in divine order. And every time they've tried to grab someone or take a pet or do this or do that, something has fallen through on their side. A domino that, if it was in place, would have knocked everything else into place for that to happen. But a light one is too protected. So if there was somebody who was supposed to grab a light one at a certain time, they either became ill or was in an accident or had a change of heart or wanted more money or something along those lines. And I have got a reading that came out not that long ago talking about someone who was paid to follow a light one around, and but they were given a manipulated story of who that person was and what that person did, which is why they did it in the first place. And then they realized by tracking this person that that didn't actually weigh up to what they were told, because you've got here thoughtful, polite and good manners. So why have I got thoughtful, polite and good manners? This is also, I don't know what's going on here with, it's almost like it's a heads up for if you do have a dog, if you do walk out in green spaces quite a lot, or you do have to go, let's say, and do your laundry at a laundromat, or you have to go a certain route to work every day, is looking out for the energy that doesn't match yours. Okay, even if someone is trying to approach you, whether they're asking for the time, saying they really like your jacket or your dog or whatever it is, because here you've got inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly, and then you have authentic, real and organic, and then underneath there you've got aggressor, tracker and provider. So you have got someone here who is following a light one's, you know, their routes, their routines, where they're going. Are they going here? Are they going there? How long are they out for? And I just saw a stopwatch, like timing how long that is. But they're also fully aware, especially with natural being here, that the more that you're in green spaces, the more you're connecting with green spaces, whether it's walking your dog or just walking through the park, you're too protected, because the elements around you, and when I say the elements around you, I'm talking about the energy of trees, the energy of, you know, woodland fairies and things like that. They are around you. Nothing will happen, okay? But you have to use your discernment. It doesn't mean walk down that dodgy looking alleyway in the middle of the night because you're protected, nothing happens, and then you get attacked by somebody in there, okay? You have to use your discernment. You have to use your intuition as well and read the energy of each situation you're in. And again, I am not saying this to instill fear or anything like that. Just use your discernment as you're going through your day. But there's definitely protection, and especially with those butterflies. They're not butterflies, stop, they're fish. And that is crazy, because when I see butterflies, it reminds me that I have loved ones who have passed over, ancestors, guides with me. But the reason it's crazy is because my friend, she messaged me yesterday and was like, Bronwen, I just had the weirdest and most vivid dream about you and your other half. And she doesn't have vivid dreams. And she was saying that we were in your home and everything was submerged in water and you're just breathing underwater. And there were loads of fish, like an aquarium in your home, and a fish just came up to you and it wouldn't leave you and you were stroking it. There's something here about, especially when it goes to do with your water, when it's in regards to your emotions, something has changed. The way, and I keep saying this, the way that we are responding now to the energy around us is less of a reaction and more of a pondering and kind of, should I respond to that? And if I do, what energy do I want to put into that? And I think this has been noticed by those that we don't see, the energies that we don't see. Because you've got here aggressor, tracker and provider, and then you also have ambition, extension and reach, and it's upside down. This person who is tracking you or watching you or following you is always 10 steps behind. So they know that you're going to be in this certain place. And for some, you may have interacted with them and thought their energy is off or there's something a bit strange with them. And any time that you go to a certain place, whether it's a shop, a store, you know, you have to go to the mechanics or whatever it is, if you know that person's going to be there, it's avoiding them. And if this hasn't happened, this is almost like a heads up or a gentle caution to read the energy of the people around you, especially those that you don't know or people that aren't in your friendship, your trusted friendship circle. Okay, because you've got over here bitterness, grudge, refusal to let go, and then you've got aggressor, tracker, and provider. And with this being upside down, it's almost like whoever it is that is following you, again, they are doing it because it's almost like their hand is forced. Because whoever this informant is, they obviously have something that is chaining them to this police officer or to this government official. Otherwise, especially with this upside down, this bitterness, grudge, and refusal to let go, if it was this way, then they'd be, you know, all on board. They're doing this because they have to. They feel like their hand is forced, because I heard otherwise you will get longer in prison or something along those lines. And you've also got upstart, tumult, and revolution. So there's something here also. It's like there's a double-ended meaning to this with that upstart, tumult, and revolution. One, whoever it is who's tracking you does not want to be doing it. Okay, they are begrudgingly doing so, and they're also seeing how protected you are, that you aren't who they've been told you are, and they've been told to keep a tight lid on that. They're not allowed to speak about that. And also, this is the reason why you are being tracked in the first place, because you are being seen as an upstart. You're being seen as a rebel, as somebody who is going to change the minds, the hearts, the energy of many people around you, because people are listening to what you are saying. They're looking at your actions. They see your glow. And as our jobs, as light workers, as light ones, as elect ones, to heal ourselves, to light ourselves up so that we can inspire other people to do the same thing. It's like a chain reaction, and whoever it is that's being paid to come and follow you, those people, whoever it is in that sect, that circle, that coven, that secret society, whoever, they're fully aware that more and more people are turning to the light. More and more people are starting to heal themselves. More and more people are not afraid of the darkness. Okay? And you've got here energy, newness, and vitality. They do not want you or the person you're thinking of to continue down your path, because it means not only shining a light on what they're doing, but stopping what they're doing. Okay? So they don't want this new beginning, this new, you know, this new life, this wealth, this prosperity, even an inheritance from coming in. And you've got here, look, it's just a confirmation, because you've got on here connecting deep within, sacred dance and instinct. This is a Kundalini arising. This is becoming more aware of who you are, more aware of the energies around you and how you interact with them, and being more aware of what your passion's lead is, what it is that you are actually placed on this earth to do. And I think this scares them, but I'm hearing it vexes someone. It vexes someone. And you've got on here, yeah, spreading of conditions, influence, and impact. So again, double meaning. One is that you are creating such an impact in just being who you are. You may not be on social media. You may not be like a public speaker. You may not even be, you know, on. You may not create content or anything like that. But you being your authentic self is touching other souls, whether that is on this realm, when you are giving kind acts to strangers, whether that is helping someone cross the road, or just being kind, or if this is on the astral realm. Because the thing is, when we go to sleep, you know, and this is my opinion and from experience, is that when we go to sleep, we can set intention. Send me to where I need to go, where the earth needs the most healing, or the souls that need the most healing, that's safe for me and safe for them. And sometimes you don't even need to set that intent. Your soul just knows where to go. Okay, so as you're healing yourself and you're finding out more about who you are, the more on an astral level as well, you're able to touch other people's souls, other people's light, and help guide them. And they may wake up the next day going, I just had the most amazing dream. This, you know, this angel came to me, or this light came to me and pulled me up from the darkness, and I've now got motivation to do this, this, and this. The other message from this is that this is whoever it is that is at the foundations of this sect, this circle, secret society, coven, whoever it is. They have a very far-reaching arm, because it's giving me like the 1%. You know, when you think of like the amount of people that the masses, us, and then you have those who have quite a lot of money, and then you have those who control absolutely everything, and they're the ones behind quiet doors. You don't see their faces, but they're the ones puppeteering everyone else. Even though those with the most money think they're puppeteering the masses, it's really the 1%. That's the energy it's giving me, because this spreading of conditions, influence and impact, when you think, for example, of the media, and when we had COVID came out, and I noticed this and I was like, that's really strange. When COVID first came out, and this is just my opinion, and you know, please comment on yours as well, and if you don't agree, that's absolutely fine. But I remember when it first came out, and I just found it very, very strange that all the media stations were on such high alert when we weren't even aware of what it was. It was because now we know that COVID is a flu strain. It's a flu strain, and yes, it's serious. I've had COVID twice. You know, I've had loved ones have it. I have friends who lost family members from it, so I know that it's very, very, you know, and there may be people that completely disagree and don't think it's real and so on and so forth. However, it was just how the media kind of presented it. Every single media station was literally, oh my God, and that was the first thing that I saw of it, and I thought, this is really strange that this is how they are presenting it to the world. At the start, it's creating fear, it's creating this panic. And I remember going to the shops or to the store and wanting to buy toilet paper, and it was all gone. And wanting to go and buy hand sanitizer, and it was all gone, because I naturally always have some in my bag. And I just thought, what is going on here? Why, if it is as scary as they're saying it is, why haven't we shut things down already? And in Britain, in the UK, it was a very long time before we did shut things down. So we constantly have the media posting this and just pumping fear out. And this is bringing me back to this, because, and I just use that as an example because there are many other things, but spreading of conditions, influence and impact, whoever these people are, whatever this sect, this circle, the 1%, whoever they are, there is it's almost like they are vexed, but they're also perplexed as to how it is that you, the person you're thinking of, or another light one, can affect what they've been doing for so long just by being you, which is why they're now keeping tabs, which is why now they're following. They want to see, you know, are you slipping up? When are you having bad days? When are you feeling unwell? When are you at your most vulnerable? Because they're fully aware that physical things aren't working because you're too divinely protected. Okay. Now, over here, you've also got renunciation, offering, and letting go in reverse. Okay. There's this, I'm sorry, not sorry. So I don't know who it is that's in this park or following, who is either going to interact with you or has interacted with you and you found their energy really off. But there's something that they may have been involved in as kind of like a side thing, which is why they're being kind of chained to this police officer as an informant. Because you've got catalyst, maker, mother and father. This, why are they trying to figure out? They're trying to figure out relationships. What I'm getting is relationships. That catalyst is about, you know, something that creates a chain reaction or creates growth or creates, you know, something to kind of combust. So what is it that they're trying to figure out? Because you've got rules, canon rules and commandments. I think they're trying to figure out what was the catalyst for your first spiritual awakening. And I heard no. What was it? I heard, what was the catalyst for your first tower? What was the catalyst for your first tower? Because with this canon rules and commandments, okay, this is looking at spirituality, it's looking at religion, but it's also with these rules, there's certain rules that either the 1% or whoever it is that's watching very closely, they have to stick by, okay? And when I say they have to stick by, it's they can't make themselves known, or they can't do certain things that will out themselves, so they have other people underneath them that do that for them. Okay, so look, because yeah, you've got aggressor, tracker and provider, catalyst, maker, mother and father. This is also saying send prayers, affirmations, you know, abundance manifestations towards those who are your loved ones, because we get very, very used to going on automatic of saying our words of power, our words of prayer, our words of protection for ourselves. And we forget that those who are connected to us through our heart space in a healthy way, whether that's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your best friend, your dog, whoever, that they're also then an extension of us because we're connected with that cord. And ensuring that you are either visualizing you know, a symbol of power that you send over every time you say your words of power for yourself to those that you love is important at this time also. Okay, because look, you've also got connecting deep within, sacred dance, instinct, aggressor, tracker, and provider. Whoever this person is that's been tracking you is also, they may be going through a dark night of the soul. There's something here, and I think that's why with this delusions and having mental health issues, they may be aware that they have mental health issues, or they're questioning why they were told to look in a mirror and kind of report it, or why they were told to go to a specific place in their home or go to a specific green place and just speak it out rather than actually speak to someone. Now, this could be that there is a portal. It could be that someone's, you know, left a microphone in their home and hasn't told them, but it seems to be also to keep to cover all areas. So if this person decides to go to the news or decides to go to another police officer, they can just turn around and say, this person's mad, this person is crazy, I've never contacted this person. You can have a look through my phone, you can have a look through my laptop, there's no connection here. But this person, that's the reason they're doing it the way they have. Interesting. Because look, again, deep, connecting deep within, sacred dance, instinct, and then renunciation, offering, and letting go. There may be also something to do with this offering. What is this offering? Because I keep hearing, you know, as you or the person you're thinking of is going through this Kundalini arising, and you know, when you think of Kundalini arisings or ascensions or shifts in your energy, it's not something that happens just overnight. It's a slow, steady kind of movement that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then there's just clarity, if that makes sense. You start to slowly put the dots together, and at first the dots are a bit foggy, and then you see something else and you pull that over, then you bring something else and then something else, and then you have the whole puzzle and you fit all those pieces together. Because here, look, yeah, enlightenment, inspiration, epiphany, and innovation. There's something here that's holding back a light one from going forward, and it has to do with forgiveness. Now, I never tell people, you have to forgive the people that hurt you. You have to do this, you have to do that, because our paths to healing are completely different at different paces. And the way that we walk in our heart space, it takes us time. It takes us time. The thing is as well, the easiest thing to do is to be angry at somebody else for what they've done to us. And I know that from personal experience. The hardest thing that I have ever experienced is forgiving. And forgiveness does not mean that you lay down and you go, it's okay, you can walk over me again. But being able to let go of an emotion, a feeling, something that has been done to us that causes us pain, and go, that is completely in the past. I put closure and I close that door completely, and I sit in my heart space. And sitting in your heart space doesn't mean that you have to love or you have to like the people that done that to you. It's about yourself. It's about you. So this here, with this enlightenment, inspiration, epiphany, and innovation, there's something here about going from self-forgiveness, because maybe at some point a light one will want to forgive the person who did that, because they're seeing the trauma in them and they're seeing that they are lost, and maybe they won't, and that's absolutely fine. But there's something here with self-forgiveness, because you have to remember that everything that happens to us, we co-create to a certain extent, okay, because we're learning from those experiences. You know, it's like having a conversation. There's always two people in that conversation, otherwise you're just talking to a wall. There's something here with that self-forgiveness, bringing in balance and bringing in some sort of epiphany that is going to open up, because I keep hearing it's going to open up your chakras. And there's a worry coming from whoever it is that is tracking and then passing that over, that they no longer want to be doing what they're doing because they want to follow your train. They want to follow your train of thought. And I heard, but I'm in under too much. And this 1% or whoever they are, they do not want you to get to that stage where forgiveness is just like this. And not because you're not valuing or giving validation to what it is that's happened, but it's because it no longer resonates in that way. You know, like I've had certain traumas or towers in my life that took me years to get over, and now, and I'm not saying that, you know, I'm more advanced or this or that, there are certain things that can happen that I go, okay, fine, all right. And then it's swept over. But there are still other things that I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I've got to work through this tower. All I'm saying is that they're betting on you slipping up in the way that you forget that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, that you just forget that part, and that you go back into working from your emotional wounds and using those as triggers. And there's definitely, because over here you've got enlightenment, and then you've got maverick, risk taker, and rule breaker. That is what they don't like. They don't like that you are setting rules as you go along. Now, I'm not talking about the law, you know, the rules of the universe. We have certain universal laws, and there's no way to break them. They just are as they are. I am talking about the way that you are evolving, the way that you are changing as a person, and how, you know, each time energy is sent to you, your energy will change as you're sending that back, but in a positive way, because you're standing centered. They don't like this, because you've also got here, look, sovereignty, independence, free spirit. Now, with it both this way, there's something about pulling you back from having this enlightenment, having this inspiration, this epiphany and innovation. But then for some reason I keep getting pulled back to whoever it is that wants to have a conversation with you, because I'm not saying that you shouldn't speak to that person, or that you should be on the lookout for a specific person. Oh my gosh, is it this person, is that person? No, just continue to go with the flow, continue with your life, making sure that you're changing up the routines where you can, in a natural state of calmness, not in fear. And that if you are coming across people and you're a friendly person and they're being friendly towards you, and you stop for a second, hello, 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 and then you carry on, that if when you are going home or in the evening or something like that, and you're asking yourself, your higher self also, you know, what is the summary of the energy for today? To listen to your intuition, because your guides may actually show the face of that person, or they may show the energy of that person, and then you can go, why is it every time that I bump into that person, they keep bringing into conversation that I should be listening to this type of music? Or why is it that whenever I'm in conversation with this person, they keep going, have you tried listening to this tarot reader? Or have you listened to this or this? Because there will be a common kind of pattern in how long they wait before they add that in. And 9 times out of 10, they will add it in, okay? Because I heard a no-go. Pandora's Box is closed. And that was a message that came through at the start. Pandora's Box is closed. Now, all I know about Pandora's Box, because it's a Greek myth, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that it was supposed to hold all of the world's evil and hope. There was hope hidden in there, but it was all of the world's evil. So whatever it is that they were trying to open up, whatever it was that they were trying to summon or whatever, it's closed. And you're being encouraged, especially with whoever it is that keeps trailing and following and trailing and following and tracking, that if whatever it is that they keep suggesting, and the thing is, as well, I heard for someone it might be in dream state. If you get that and you keep getting the same thing in dream state, but you're asking yourself when you wake up, how do I feel? And is this my energy? And you're being told it's not your energy. Do not then research whatever it is that you're noting down, or whatever you're seeing in your dream state. Don't do it, because it's something about opening up Pandora's box. Yeah, because look, you've got here, listen to advice, think clearly, and intellect. That's more or less saying ignore the things that do not vibrate and match your energy on an intuitive level. Okay. Yeah, look, honor, high standards, and idealistic. Whoever it is that is being the aggressor, the tracker, the provider, and when I say the aggressor, this person and the aggressor, I know that whoever it is that is tracking or, you know, following this light one, they're not really the aggressor. And I heard they are, but it's almost like I said, their hand has been tied. Whoever's paying them and whoever's paying that policeman, they are doing so because you're held in such high honor. You have high standards, and you are somebody that is seen by others as an inspiration. Okay, and that wolf being there, this is knowledge. This is Odin. You know, Odin was the god of intellect, of knowledge, of the runic alphabet, of war, of battles, of so many other things. To have an energy like that guiding you means that even if battle is coming, he's at the forefront. Okay, and if Odin doesn't resonate with you, then you definitely have a mighty warrior standing at the forefront for you. And you've also got here, look, sovereignty, independence, free spirit. They don't like that they can't trap you. They don't like, and there's something here also about realizing whoever this sex, secret society, whoever this group is realizing that they aren't on the same bloodline, if that makes sense, which means their destinies are completely different. They're completely different. And it's telling me also that no matter how much these people heal, they'll still get abundance if they were to heal, if they were to genuinely repent and heal and to take, you know, accountability for their actions. But whoever these people are will never do that because they've done such horrendous things. Such horrendous things. And even if you were to rewind time to when they were first born and they led normal lives, and they led, you know, with their moral compass and stayed on the path of light, they still wouldn't get the blessings and the abundance and the activations that you are getting because they're set apart. Because the energy that I feel and what I've been seeing is that your bloodline is different to theirs, and that's something that's it's a bitter pill for them to swallow. Because you've also got on here, reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. Now you've got sovereignty, independence, and free spirit. Now that number there condensed down is a 5. All right. So there's going to be some sort of call, message, dream download, or someone trying to reach out. Okay. And I don't know if this is the person who's tracking you, and I heard yes, but this is all part of Mercury retrograde, isn't it? All those, whether, you know, things have been closed, that kind of karmic, messy, chaotic energy has already been closed. It's already been healed from, still coming back. So there's someone here that's going to either be nagging you also for help or need, or can you come and give me some of your time? Now this could be where you live, this could be where you work, this could be a family member, but it's someone who has the energy that's very draining. And I heard avoid at all costs. Avoid at all costs. Because you've also got here empathy, simpatico, and kindness upside down. You've also got saying goodbye, formal occasion, and honouring lives. Now this is to someone specific that may have messy, chaotic energy behind them. You may have just closed the door, as in a week ago, a month ago. You may have just left a relationship that was very toxic, or you could have just moved jobs, or it could be that for the last year you haven't spoken to a family member because it was just too draining. You're being told that this cycle is closed, it's completely closed, but they are still going to try and come back. So you're being told to say goodbye completely, formally, okay? Honour the person that you were within that cycle, and know that you're no longer that person, that you don't have to feed your energy to this person. Because compassion in reverse, what I'm not getting from this is that you're no longer a compassionate person. It's just putting up a healthy boundary where you're not giving that energy anymore. Because I heard cords cut, and if the cords aren't cut, that's something that needs to be done. That cord needs to be removed. Because you've also got canon rules and commandments coming up again, okay? And it says the consuming family pressure of peers. All right, so there's also this energy of whoever it is that's tracking, and this police officer keeps coming up. This person is being controlled by a family member or by somebody who pretends to be the Queen of Cups, because I heard they want to be you. And you've got madness, a static ritual, and energy release, and then canon rules and commandments. Something went wrong for somebody who did a ritual. It was supposed to put a tracker on you in some way, and it wasn't that long ago that I had a really wild dream download about someone wearing a mask pretending to be a work colleague that I really liked from a past timeline, and going to hug that person and then putting their hand out like, whoa, no, almost like I can't take your energy. And as they grabbed the arm, there was like a mark that was put on there, okay? And it was supposed to send out a signal of some sort, and it was to have this light one tracked, or to have things drawn to them. Now this here with the canon rules and commandments, especially with madness, a static ritual, and energy release, I don't know if this person that has been tracking you was part of this, or that was an initiation, okay? Because I heard mental health issues left unchecked, especially with this madness on here. A static ritual and energy release. They did something and it ended something for this person. So this person may have more clarity on the fact that they're being trapped. that they don't want to be in that cycle, but they're also, they need a lot of mental health support, is what I'm getting from this. Okay, and for some reason I'm also getting whoever this King of Swords is, whoever this police officer, dodgy police officer is, they are involved a lot more than just you know, paying someone to go and track you and get that information back, because there's something here about their auntie being part of this circle, this coven, this secret society, something along those lines. Because you've also got on here, look, reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. Someone here may have also done some sort of love spell, like come back to me spell, or something to manipulate your energy into being more receptive to what is said by especially the person saying, oh, have you listened to this? And every time you hear from them, they keep asking you, have you listened to this yet? Or I sent you a link, or I can't, you know, they keep repeating in a certain way something that they want you to listen to, or they keep giving certain amounts of advice on something even if you haven't asked for it. Okay, because you've got ambition, extension and reach, and it's upside down. This is also a calling. Again, someone needs to remove a cord, or has removed a cord, and this person is calling out. For some reason I'm getting the police officer. I don't know who this police officer is, but I heard obsessed. The consuming family, pressures of peers. Okay, this is also to do with money and balance, but that lady holding the cup, it's about fulfillment. So someone is definitely sitting in that 5 of Cups energy, wishing they had a lot more money, a lot more finances, wishing that they were happier. And this is also giving me, because you've got study, learning and education, knowledge and immortal. Whoever this King of Swords is wishing that they hadn't invested time in learning something about the old ways, is what I heard. So I don't know if their auntie, their family, female family member is a witch or is into some sort of demonology or something like that, and them thinking that they're a warlock, or them classing themselves as a warlock. They may have been in the coven and been kicked out, or just seeing themselves as a sorcerer or something along those lines, and wishing they've never gone down that line. Because you've got, again, connecting deep within, sacred dance and instinct, and then you've got energy, newness and vitality. So there may be this job of stopping you from connecting to your Kundalini arising. That's also, it's the energy that starts at the base. It's your at the base of your spine. It's your root chakra, which snakes its way up, activating all of the other chakras that you have. And we, you know, I know by name the ones that we have from the base up to our crown chakra. Then you have your soul star up above, which connects you to the, you know, the galaxy, and you have your root chakra, which connects you right into your crystalline grid. But we have so many more chakras than what we know by name. There are chakras in your hands, there are chakras in your feet, there's ones in your joints, there's one by your eyes. You know, we have so many, and there's something here with trying to stop you from having this Kundalini arising, but also to stop you from learning about your energy centers, your auric field, how it changes with certain foods, alcohol, drinks, and how you actually protect yourself. Because it's not just a protection that you're getting from God or Allah or from divine source, but it's also how you are protecting yourself. Yeah, and again, there's madness, ecstatic ritual, energy release, and then renunciation, offering and letting go, upside down. That's something that went wrong when they'd done some sort of ritual, because I keep hearing moon ritual. Something went really wrong in how it messed with someone's third eye, but not just that. It's kind of like the incongruence between what is real and what isn't. And those that were there, including, I think that whoever it is that's tracking you, if they weren't there in person, they were there in energy, whether that they were dream walking or whatever. But it tipped the scale on them seeing more delusion than them seeing actual reality. And there's something here with the kickback also happening to this King of Swords. And I can hear the auntie saying, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Anything else, please, and thank you. Now let me see this one. No, which one? Yeah. Yeah. I've been told to take this one. Now let's have a look. And we've got here Taurus, slow, steady and capable. And then Saturn coming out. Saturn is associated with life lessons and limitations. Its placement can help to pinpoint what you need to learn in order to improve your life. So you have somebody here who is actually quite upset that they invested in something. They thought that they would get money from something. Now is this, because I keep hearing the wannabe kidnapper. So whoever it was, it's either the King of Swords or it's the person that's tracking you. And they had a harsh life lesson because they've realised they've invested in a sinking ship or something that's failing, and it's not about to fail, it's failing. Okay, tell me more about this, please and thank you. Yeah, it's failing, it's coming to an end. You've got Pisces here, spirituality, karma and endings. Scorpio. Scorpios can be passionate, intense and secretive. They can also be extremely private and guarded with their emotions. Excuse me. So this person's keeping it very, very quiet. Very quiet. And Sagittarius are commonly playful, independent, optimistic and energetic. They may also have a tendency to say what they think without filter. This is to do with your spiritual path. It's also to do with, you know, speaking your truth. And it's not about, you know, speaking your truth so that you offend others, but just speaking your truth, and it's offending others because you are being authentic, not because there is intent to hurt or harm or upset other people. You are literally rocking the proverbial boat for many people. Okay, and look, Sagittarius has come out again. Taurus has come out again. You've got Leo. I'm going to leave it there. Let me turn this over. Anything else that needs to come out, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Anything else? You've got here Leo. So Leo is your 5th house. It's a fire sign, and it's all to do with pleasure, intimacy, sex, but also to do with how you deal with conflict, how you either navigate through it or how you react to it. Okay, now this is something that goes back again, these people wanting to know, what was your first tower? What was the first thing that happened to you? And it's not so much what happened to you, it's how you reacted to that. How can they recreate that chaos, that calamity, that stress? Because usually when we have like our first tower ever in our lives, a lot of us aren't awakened. A lot of us don't realise that there is a spiritual and emotional, a higher and lower mental body that's being activated or withered because of that. Because our auric field, we have our physical body, we have our emotional astral body, we have our lower and higher mental body, we have all the layers of our spiritual body, okay, and they're all affected at different rates at different times and blah 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 blah. We wouldn't be aware of this on our first ever tower, and that first ever tower could be losing your parents at age 10, or it could be, you know, being in an accident when you're 21, or whatever that may be for you. They want to try and recreate that energy of before you realise that, you know, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me, so that I can grow, so that I can let go of things that no longer resonate in my life, to put me in the right direction. That's what they're trying to get to. This is what all this tracking and, you know, trying to kind of bring in fear and doubt and worry, because a lot of the time we get scared of the unknown because we don't know what's coming next. That's why people get scared of ghosts. That's why people are like, I hope aliens aren't real. That's why people get scared of things that go bump in the dark. Because when you know what's coming next, then you can kind of acclimatise it to the experiences that you've had before, and it makes us feel safe. So when you had your first ever tower, you wouldn't know what was coming next. It's a massive life change. It's a massive transition. It's literally like going through the darkness and hearing bumps and having no idea which way to turn. Once you've had that spiritual awakening and you start questioning how things link, you know, are we energy? What are our souls? What is life? And so on and so forth. When those towers come in, we're more adjusted to it. We're more ready for them, if that makes sense. And we can navigate them a lot easier. They're still tumultuous, but we can navigate them through them with experience, with knowledge, with wisdom. They want to go back to the first time. They're trying to find a way of doing that so that you fear the unknown, you fear what's coming forward, so that you don't take that leap of faith in just trusting in the divine, trusting in the universe, that if you jump without knowing what's coming, you're going to be caught, you're going to be held, and you're going to be safe. So that's what they're trying to do. So have a look in your 5th house especially, and for some reason I've been told to look in your 12th house as well, or where Leo and Pisces are. What houses, you know, what houses hold Leo, what houses hold Pisces, and if it's the other way around, what's in your 12th house, what's in your 5th house, what planets reside over them. Because if we're going through this energy of them trying to bring a tower, especially when it comes to the fear of the unknown, knowing what these two energies are and what planets reside over them will give you clarity, clear clarity on the lower vibrations or the shadow aspects of these zodiac signs, and you know, the houses they sit in, and that's what they're going to be sending, or that's what they're expecting for you to feel. And then you can look at the lighter aspects, and then look at the energy of the planet that's over it to magnate and kind of what's the word, to increase and make it bloom and grow the lighter aspects, so that you can go through that tower, whatever it is that they're trying to bring, with ease, with peace, like water off a duck's back. Okay, and I say that, and look, you've got Leo there again. It's all about the drama. It always is. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel, my throat is so dry today. Ooh. If you are new to my channel and this resonated for you, I'd love you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see more of my lovely content. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Anyone that feels moved to leave a donation, it's never expected, but it's always greatly and deeply appreciated, because it means I can put more time, more love, and more cards into this channel. And anyone looking for a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box down below. Just look to the 2nd paragraph down. There is a row of blue arrows pointing up. I have 2 emails there. I usually get back within about 48 to 72 hours when you email me. However, sometimes it may take a little bit longer, so just send me a prompt email and it'll pop your email to the top of the list. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, my lovelies. Bye, guys.